Good morning, Hank. It's Tuesday, and I'm wearing a suit, which can only mean one thing. It's time to talk about money. So first off, Hank, a lot of people ask us how we make money, like personally, and the answer is almost entirely through book sales. And we make enough, and we're good, and you should not worry about us. And that is what allows us to run Good Store and donate 100% of its profit to charity. Today, I'm going to take you under the hood a little and tell you exactly how much that profit is and who it's benefiting. But first, let's rewind to 2019. That's when we committed to raising $25 million to help build a maternal and infant care center in the Kono district of Sierra Leone, which at the time had the world's highest rate of maternal mortality. But of course, building a hospital is not a simple or easy task, and we knew that eventually we would need much more than $25 million to support the ongoing costs associated with the hospital, and with, for instance, hiring community health workers to be out in their communities identifying at-risk pregnancies. And we wanted to make sure we were doing right by this project in a long-term, open-ended way, which is why we're so lucky that thousands of people donate every month at pih.org/hankandjohn, and dozens more people put together a matching fund to support those donations and match them every month. That's the financial backbone of this maternal and infant care project, but we still needed to raise more money. And then you, Hank, had the idea to create another ongoing funding source through selling socks, and I was like, that's not a good idea. And I was wrong. Never bet against Hank Green. This year alone, the socks have already raised over $759,000 to support this maternal and child health care project. Now, to be clear, I'm not complaining about that amazing number, but it's down from last year for, I think, two reasons. One, some people cancel when their sock drawers fill up, which is fine. And two, TikTok used to highly subsidize advertising, making the sock business really, really good for TikTok. But then they stopped doing that because TikTok is a fickle friend. Still, it's going well, I think primarily because of how much people just love our socks. I mean, I love them. I'm wearing them right now. Can I still do this at the age of 47? Hooah! Yes! Alright, the report doesn't stop there because we also make Basin soap, which, not to brag, is like the best soap in the world, and it has this immense cult following. Between the soap and the shampoo bars, this year has netted us $82,000 so far, which is obviously much less than socks, but it's still great because it's growing. And also the people who buy Basin soap love Basin soap, and so almost everybody who becomes a customer stays a customer, and people use a lot of soap, so it's good. Then there's coffee. Turns out coffee grown and roasted by people who are treated fairly is like way better than grocery store coffee, and as a result, the coffee has been a huge success. We have over 10,000 subscribers, and this year so far, we've raised over $580,000. The growth has been really steady. This year, it's been helped by the fact that we ship to Europe now, and the coffee's been doing even better since we rebranded to Keats & Co. and started also making tea so that we can please brewed beverage enthusiasts of all kinds. The tea, by the way, has already raised over $60,000 since launching in August. Now, this rebranding also gave us an opportunity because the soap and the socks are giving enough money to the maternal health care project to support that. And so we decided the coffee and tea would go toward a new project fighting tuberculosis in Lesotho. Lesotho is the absolute epicenter of the global TB crisis. It has the highest TB incidence in the world, and we really think this project can make a huge difference, not only there, but also globally, by proving that if you actually invest in tuberculosis, you can drive down rates dramatically and quickly. So the total Good Store donations for 2024 so far is just over $1.25 million. But of course, the year ain't over yet. Our biggest season, both for sales and acquiring new customers, is like now. So you'll forgive me if I point out that Good Store has lots of gift opportunities available, including many wonderful bundles right now that can solve your holiday gifting needs. And it's not just a gift, it's a gift that comes with a story. By the way, someone made an iRacing livery for Good Store, which speaks to like the truth about our marketing, which is that it's mostly done by y'all. And I appreciate that so much. The fact that people are playing iRacing and they're like, oh, what's Good Store? And then they Google it. Chef's kiss. On that front, we put together a print and post flyer that you can share in your community. There's a link in the doobly-doo. Hank, I think Good Store might prove to be your best ever idea, which is really saying something. Since we started, we've raised almost $9 million to support stronger healthcare systems in impoverished communities. That's amazing, especially in a world where global health funding is flat or declining. Listen, Hank, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's a weird time, and I feel like I need to be encouraged, and the story of Good Store encourages me tremendously. So thank you, Hank, for coming up with this weird idea. Thank you, Newman's Own, for inspiring it. And thanks especially to everyone who's shopped at Good Store over the years. It makes a real difference. Hank, I continue to love being the tail to your extraordinary comet. I will see you on Friday.